No että morjes, minä olen Malix82. Tämä on The Outer Worlds. Ja pelataan...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
No sitä. Murder on Eridanos Telsua. Ja täällä on selkeästikin tapahtunut murhia. Ilmeisesti useampikin, eli se yksi mitä tänne tultiin selvittelemään, niin se ei ole kyllä todellakaan ainoa.
Also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
No, asipihvi.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Okei. Okay. Sen ei ehkä varmaankaan ollut tarkoitus näyttää ihan tuolta ton välipätkän, mutta oh well. Ja sit mä otan torkut sit siinä. No, hyvä. Eihän nää murhat täältä mihinkään katoa, että ne ei vanhene. Brittisus. Onks täällä mitään vai kertääks tää vaan... No mikäs meistä tää nyt on? Oh hello. Mä veikkaan, että tämänkään takaa ei löydy mitään järkevää.
I usually just kick them down.
Nope, ei löytynyt. Ja tästähän mä oon jo kulkenutkin aivan, elikkä... Au. Mutta onneksi sieltä löytyy näitä viinapulloja, mitkä auttaa todennäköisesti mun tämänhetkisen lähes välittömän rahattomuuteen. Hyvä, että ne juosuu sitä reunalta alas, kun hitat oli ehkä toistaiseksi niin kuin Euroopan hitaimmat. Okei, toi tarvii jonkun käikäleen, joka löytyy sit todennäköisesti jostain.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Onko se sisällä? Ei. Vai onko? Mitä tää nyt oikein haluaa, että mä näen? Toisella katolla. No, näin me kiivettiin sit näin. Noniin, sup.
This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
No, se ei suoranaisesti ihan auttanut millään tavalla kyllä että mun tutkimusta. Pääsikö tänne katolle mukaan jollain muullakin tavalla? Ei varmaankaan. Tai jollain niinku vaihtoehtoisella platformilla ollut todennäköisestikin. Light machine gun.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the spectrum in these crates. Listen to this.
Come out! Come out to play!
Wow, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
Tässä nopea tarkistus näistä sidequesteista, että Anni se oli Evan O'Connell, eli nämä muut vartijat ei niinku haittaa millään tavalla. No ei se mitään, mennään pääkestiä päin nyt näin toistaiseksi. Katsotaan missä kohtaa ruvetaan sitten sekoilla sivujuttujen kanssa. Hello? 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 Sup, motherfuckers? Täällä on...
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations.
Okei. Täällä on varmaan joku juttu mennessä. Älkää antako mun häiritä, mä vaan täällä... Muuten vaan spedeilen. Quick save. Sup.
Sorry, can't talk. We're busy having a very tedious conversation.
Niinkö? Onko sulla
And if
aikaa?
sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who was this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this fella. I think it's mightily more likely that he's under your payroll. Here to burn down what you haven't already.
No mä luulen, että mennään tällä, että mä oon tällä murhatutkimuksessa, että niin kun, tehkää mitä teette.
I see. Just a visitor then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you?
Puhutte sabotaasista.
Yeah. Just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's was short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean.
Right. No, mä voisin vähän nuuhkia, mutta mitä täällä on niinku työstetty?
Oh, you know, nothing particularly troublesome. Just rogue exterminator mechanicals, opening fire on anything that twitches within 300 yards of them. We've also got a large group of new saplings, all dead from some kind of toxic substance. Poison, I'd guess. And who could forget the tower processing console, which probably just shorted out and stopped working on its own, even though it's outfitted with 3 separate backup systems?
There are a suite of explanations for what could have happened, most pointing to Rizzo's worker incompetence. My people didn't sabotage anything.
Right. Ja miten sitten nämä työläisten kohellukset?
It's the strangest thing. Like everyone forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. That's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety experts. I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a mosquito hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased.
Outoa. Mä voisin ehkä syynäillä.
Thank the law. Some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
Onko sulla
I'm
sanottavaa?
sorry you had to come in on such a brusque conversation. Not everyone appreciates the work Slug does on Eridanos.
Especially not folk that Slug is trying to extort.
All right, it seems I need to say it yet again. We're not stomping upon your purple berries or knocking your workers off the planetoid. All we want is for you to pay your dues.
And I want you to stop setting our exterminator mechanicals loose and breaking our machinery.
This is how the conversation has gone for the last hour and a half. As you can see, it hasn't been terribly productive.
Mikä tää nyt on sitten tää ongelma,
Well,
niinku sun
he's being
mielestä?
difficult, as you've no doubt seen. All I'm here to do is enforce an agreed-upon business relationship. But our friend here is disinclined to settle.
Don't tell me to settle. Why don't you settle?
Yes, I'll be sure to do that. I know what you must be thinking, but no, I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps. I just want Slug to get what we're owed.
No onks niissä syytöksessä mitään perää?
If I hear that question one more time, I swear. Look, we just want to get paid. Hampering our clients' productivity is not a good way to get paid. In fact, it's bad business.
No myönnetäkö, tuossa on ihan pointtia. Onks tää virallinen Rison-operaatio?
Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our profits, technically not. Official contracts have some rather obscene fees and documentation. Instead, Our company's opted for a non-official manager's agreement. I'm just here to make certain our friend over there pays on time.
Oot sä varma, että sä et kiristä?
Do I? Didn't realize that expecting my company to be paid for its work was extortion. You should try telling that to the board. Regardless, Slug's Protection Service has ensured the Rizzo's has had zero problems with its shipments at the docks. And all for a reasonable price. We haven't been hostile when their payments came up short either. In fact, Rizzo's is more of a danger to the orchards than us, considering all the workplace injuries.
Mä en ehkä halua tehdä tätä, mutta mä voin tuossa varmaan kysyä.
You're weird. Generous, but weird. The sentiment is nice, but Rizzo's doesn't just pay money. They're also literally our meal tickets. Unless you also happen to own an orchard, I don't think you can clear this guy.
No, hyvä. No puhutaan jostain muusta.
I think we've spoken enough about that imbecile. What can Slug do for you?
Onko Halson Heleni näkynyt?
Nope. Sorry, but this is the first I've visited this area in over a month. Shame about Helen. Liked her movies.
I don't buy it. A real fan would have had more agony in his voice.
Celebs as big as Helen always seem to elicit strong binary opinions in people. But that's neither here nor there.
No mitä siellä itse?
You're welcome to. I don't have any secrets.
Katsotaanko.
Certainly. When I'm not out on a job, they usually stick me in the Slug mess hall. I may be a service collector, but that doesn't mean I can't make a damn fine tripicale pie.
Missä mä oon kuullut ton nimen aikaisemmin? Oliko se ihan muuta?
I don't have any secrets.
Onks Orkarissa jotain jännää?
You couldn't observe yourself. I try not to spend much time here. Hate the outdoors. If you haven't already noticed, these orchards are more of a wreck than even some of the cities on Monarch. Mismanagement, I suspect.
Okei. Siispä eteenpäin. No tää näyttää olevan tämmönen kohtalaisen pieni saareke, että tässä ei...
After Emerald Vale, Amber Heights, and Bayside Terrace, I was expecting Purple Berry Orchards to be another flowery name for a shithole. But this is nice.
Siinä pihvi. Mennään ihan toiseksi suoraan waypointtiin eteenpäin.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Joku tässä voisi sanoa jotain, että koska tää näyttää olla niinku hyppinen tasajalkaa. Tää ei näytä kävelytä, koska... Tää kulkee tasajalka hypyillä. Tää ei näytä nimet niinku ollenkaan juoksua. Tässä pitäisi niinku joka toinen niinku puuttua aina joka toista puolelta. Okei. Okay.
Did you find something?
No toi on todennäköistä, että joltakinhan se juoksi.
Wow. You sound just like Agent Khan when he's on the case.
Khan! Täällä joku ördää. Missä meillä on seuraava waypointti? Vai onks meillä ollenkaan? Follow Helen's Trail. No kukas helvetti sinä oot?
Well, hell, sweet hello there,
Hitto mikä tuijotus.
I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in
Sattuuks toi
time.
ilme?
I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm pretty sure that grin is permanent.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does
Mikä se on muuten kaulassa? Mitä vasta
one
tajusin?
of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
Oot sä ihan ok?
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
Okei, mitä sä meinaat?
Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. So if nothing else, it's my responsibility at all times to smile, smile, smile. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
Okei. Mä oon täällä tutkimuksen
What kind of
edistämässä.
investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
Jep, nyt tehdään tarkistus.
Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Mr. Inspector?
Kysytään tosta.
Did he now? Well, that sounds about right. He has been mightily outspoken in his disdain for Slug in recent months. The overseeing orchardist had the last groundskeeper deliver a contract termination in the place of our regular payment. Rizzo's decided we don't need their services anymore. See, with our new morale-boosting medical treatments, our employees are much more productive. No need for unsightly intimidation tactics.
Right. Mikä on tää treatmentti? Se varmaan liittyy jollain tapaa tuohon ötökkäisen kaulassa.
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to say. Trade secrets and all that. You understand, I'm sure.
Okei, onks Halsen Helenin näkynyt?
You are in luck. She passed right by here the other day. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR.
Sekin alkaa B-llä.
Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling.
Niin, siis sehän oli.
That's right. She was. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest.
No, mites murha-aseta?
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go.
Mites nää waspikuitot on?
Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all mosquitoes are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
Right. No sä oot varmaankin tää talkkari täällä.
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now? Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
Joo, se ei vaikuta yhtään kummalliselta, että se vaan hävisi.
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welds. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some mosquitoes on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Joo, mutta tää tosiaankin, että niin kun... Eiks kukaan niinku ihmetteli, mitä siellä tapahtunut?
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
Tuo paras, ettei varmastikaan vaikuta asiaan.
Of course.
No kerro nyt tästäkin vielä, sen jälkeen päästä vaikka eteenpäin.
The pride and joy of Rizzo's nearly natural product development sector. We call this fecund landscape the Purple Berry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples, nanners, pea-free nuts, tarmac, and more. Rizzo's is pleased as Mock Apple Pie to offer 3 tiers of VIP tours. Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. All are available for purchase in the Nut Hut. Of course, tours of any access level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our wasquitos are quite territorial and have been known to sting both workers and visitors alike.
Asipihvi, eiköhän tää ollut tässä.
I do hope this pleasant conversation has made me useful to you. Rizzo's likes it when we're useful to customers, and I like anything Rizzo's likes.
Okay.
I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. Wasquitos tend towards aggressive at the best of times. There's a reason why we keep them behind an electric fence, you know.
Jep. Ei silleen, että olisin yhtään ahdistunut aiheesta, mutta...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
No siinä on näemmistä lisää.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
No niin, tähän käymään simppeli. Siellähän sitten... Oi helkkari, siellä on vesseli.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Something's bumming me out.
Here they come.
Rupturing host. Täytyy sanoa, että se ei vaikuttanut nyt hirveän hyvältä. Okei, no täältä löytyy vaikka kuinka paljon sälää, mutta se on nämä seuraava paikka. Et ne... Tämähän lähtikin aika käsistä, että niinku kaverilla pukkaa näitä lonkeroita vähän joka paikasta nämä läpi, ja that ain't good. Mikäs mistä tää on?
Please visit the Purpleberry Nut Hut to purchase an audio tour today.
Käydään siihen vähän katsomassa. Täällä joku ainakin huohotti jo siihen malliin, että kukaan ei nähnyt mitään. Joink joink.
Hey!
Toi
What
helvetti!
do you think you're doing?
En yhtään mitään.
Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
Joink. Sup.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
It was really... It rhymed.
Joo, vaikuttaa aika hyvältä.
No jest? Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
Oot sä ollut ongelmatuottaja täällä?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Right. Mutta ilmeisesti te päästä aika helpolla.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though.
Okay.
Mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
Niin, no miksi ne nyt yleensäkään oli ulkona?
No. The mosquitoes are incredibly helpful for the orchards. They almost never get out either, and when they do, it's just a matter of recalling them from hive control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
Jospa vaan tunnustaisit.
But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out here.
Entäs ihan oikeesti?
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect.
Kuulostaa ihan
It's also more dangerous
IT-työltä.
than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
Right, ja... Eikö se ole sellainen niin kuin, paljon riskialttiimpaa?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
Right. No hyvää matkaa sen kanssa, mutta tää kuulostaa kyllä hyvin riskialttiilta, mutta
Wow, that's some decidedly paranoid thinking. I can't imagine someone ever doing something that nasty.
Right. Oletan, että sä et mennä pysy tässä
Much as
hommassa.
I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
Right. Mitäs
Laws,
tää?
you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position. Mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
Okay.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Onko näyttelyitä ollut juoksemattelemassa ympäriinsä?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
Mikä tää nyt oli se Burbage?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the canids of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
Right, entäs Woolrich?
Who?
No niinpä tietenkin, no.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
Okei, bye. Onks tästä mitään? Oh, tiedätkö, täällä on paljon luettavaa. Hetkinen. Okei, niin siellä oli etupäästä tämmöistä niinku kunnon taustafluffia, ei mitään ihan hirvittävän merkittävän olosta. Mutta se mikä siinä joku kyseli tällaista niinku teoreettista tilanne, että mitä siinä kohtaa pitäisi tehdä, jos joku eläinten pitäjä on vapauttanut jonkun elukan ja sen jälkeen ilmeisesti yrittänyt metsästää sitä. Tällä niinku hyvin teoreettinen kysymys luonnollisesti. No, mutta yhtä kaikki jatketaan tänne päin ilmeisestikin.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Bip.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Drunk Lobber. Mikä tää lördää? Musta tuntuu, että iso elukka amputaan pois.
Don't mess with us.
No näin sanon, että tää ei nyt ihan selkeästikään tarjolle mitään ihan hirvittävän vaikeaa taistelua tässä. Ihan jo sillä verukkeella, koska nämä elukat näyttää niinku tipahtavan aika hätäisesti tossa. Oh, hello. No, konekivääri tarjoilee kyllä hyvää kyytiä.
Take a look inside.
Sanotaan, että näitä ei kyllä niin ihan oikeastikaan tarvivan avata. Oops.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
No, asia kerrallaan. Sup.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
Pitäisikö olla ihan vatipää? Voi kyllä.
Merciful law, that sounds like a lot of philosophism, which is highly outlawed throughout Halcyon. But I won't report you, considering how heavily armed you are.
Kaverilla on pisteet älyssä.
Hell, standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Mitä se Halcyon Heleni?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
Right. Mitäs botanisti tekee?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
No on ilmeisesti hyvin vihaisia, mutta se on alleviivattu aika paljon, mutta uskotaan.
You'd be the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart. They just don't understand me, not like my plants do.
Right, no moido. Ja sulla ei varmaankaan ole ruumiti tämän alla, eihän? No mutta, täällähän oli siis silloin...
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Jep. Mimmosen lenkin se on suorittanut täällä?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
No käydään nyt vaikka tuolla sit ihan ensin.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Well, god damn it. Pannaanpas tosta pukinetta päälle. Jostain täältä sai sitä lockpickia. Dyp. Mikäs tää on? Get out! Parts of the notice are illegible due to dirt and crushed purpleberry smudges. The writing you can make out is as follows. Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled onto the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed just how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out. Do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go as soon as you read this. Mitä vaan. You'll know where to meet me tonight, 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship off here and don't look back. B. Oh no. Täältähän löytyy vaikka mitä sälää. Mock Apple. No tää nyt ei suoranaisesti auttanut loppuviimeeksi ehkä ihan hirveästi, mutta olisiko ihan hirveän huono veikkaus, että toi akronyymi, mikä tuolla porukalla, mikä täällä on toi slug, niin se ei välttämättä ehkä olekaan mikään sille ihan hatusta vedettävä. Ehkä se tarkoittaa sitä juttua, mikä nämä lonkerot niin kasvaa sieltä täältä. Ihan ajatuksen tasolla.
Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
No, antaa noita vielä.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Hyvä homma, mutta ehkä ottaa nämä kaverit pois täältä hirnumasta, niin eivät ainakaan käy mitenkään yllättäen sitten päälle. Mikä helvetti tää nyt on? Mikäs mato sä nyt oot? Parasite Spawn Spavling. Oh no. Parasite Jelly. No se ei vaikuta hirveän hyvältä nyt. Mennään yhteen suuntaan, kerätään sieltä sitten kaikki. Mutta mikä meillä täällä on? Hacking skill too low. Ei pidä. Et ei ollut edes lähellä.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector.
Tää on jättänyt paljon ruumiita kyllä jälkeensä.
The deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Hämmentävän paljon ruumiita sen perässä ollut täällä.
Timeline discrepancy detected.
Oh, hei, huu, hei, huu. Mä sanon, että onko se sitä niinku jalanjälkeen niinku jahtailussa niinku hittoakaan järkeä, koska tää näyttää niinku kiertävän niinku ihan mihin sattuu. Palataan tohon, että nyt ihan tuota pikaa, mutta ensin käydään riistämässä täältä kaikki irti lähtevä, koska täällä on jo sopivasti mun nähdäkseen ammuttu jo keskimäärin kaikki, niin nyt on turvallista tehdä nopea riisto-operaatio. Ainakin jonkun verran ammuksia keräällä tästä ja... Täällä on enemmänkin näitä matoja. Hämmentävää. Piu. Hyvä.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
No joo vai, nyt mua vaan ihmetyttää, että tonne vai tonne. No mennä tänne. Tää on ilmeisesti...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Niinkö? Missä? Mitä mun nyt... Näin. Okei. Siinä on tosbaalimailla.
Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Maybe it's some kind of a upper class mating ritual. Roido.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
Let's not jump to conclusions. There are drunk primals stomping around. One of them could have broken it.
No se. R&D access card. This is a keycard to Research and Development District Labs. If you are reading this warning anywhere other than the blah 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 blah, please return it to the blah 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 for an only moderate extreme pay deduction and mild deduction of working fingers. Ei kuulosta hyvältä diililtä nyt ollenkaan. No, kyllä näitä niinku eliittiarmoreita ja tän tällaisia täällä kyllä nyt puskee joka suunnasta. Voiko tällä tehdä jotain? Ei. Tätä pettymyksen määrää. No mut tuolla meillä on se selkeä seuraava matkailukohde, joten matkailkaamme siis sinne päin. Blorp.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide on purpleberry saplings, is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
No mistä ne yleensä pidetään?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here. Chemical makeup of substance, 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
Okei. Missäs päin meillä on seuraava matkailukohde? Oli missä päin hyvänsä, niin ensinnäkin otetaan tätä väkeä täältä vähän vähemmäksi, että ne vähemmät eivät käy niin paljon riehumaan. Sitten meillä on tosiaankin loppunut matkailukohteet. Oh no! Pitääkö seuraavaksi ruveta... Meillä on ihan merkattu matkailukohde. Well then. Mun ei tarvinnutkaan ruveta arpomaan sitä, että mihin seuraavaksi mennään. Peli tarjosi sen ihan omin avuin mulle. Hämmentävää. Elikkä onks toi nyt se lastauslaiturin näköinen juttu? Ei, se on siinä vieressä. Hämmästyttävää. Oh, sut! Mikäköhän mulla on tää mun kantokyky tähtiä? No vielä pystyy ihan hyvin kantamaan tätä roinaa. Et mä ajattelen vaan sitä, että tässä on sen verran niinku suuria määriä nyt niinku kiskottu kaikkea panssereja ja muuta vastaavaa tuolta tontilta, että jossain kohtaa rupeaa ihan selkeästi hirtää kiinni tämän mun kantokyvyn kanssa, mutta se ei ole vielä hyvä. Hyvä. Onks teillä jotain kivaa mulle täällä? Ei mitään ihan hirvittävää. Itse asiassa semmonen niinku nopea tarkistus, että millaiset armorit teillä on. Onko teillä aika hyvät mailat? Ei tarvi säätää ton enempiä. Hyvä, mennään tonne mökkiin sitten. Eikä tullut edes fall damage.
I'd like to investigate a corporation without having to trod through the nightmare that is their R&D department.
No hyvä, mennään peremmälle. Onkohan tälle paikalle karttaa? On. Tää on aika iso paikka. Jotenkin musta tuntuu, että heitän ehkä tällä kertaa tähän seis. Jatketaan kutkuttavan jännittimistä tunnelmista seuraavalla kerralla. Elikkä minä olen Maliskasi 2. Tämä on aseen uuden lataaminen ja peli on The Outer Worlds. Ja DLC:nä on The Murder on Eridanus. Jotain sinne päin. Seuraava kertaa. Toodles!